Hello, my name's Dr. Katie Reid. I've been teaching on the MPH MRes since 2006. During that time, I've probably supervised between 60 and 70 students with their dissertations. I tend to supervise most of the dissertation models, except quantitative data analysis. There's many other people that do that better than I do. But I concentrate perhaps on public health reports, research proposals and qualitative dissertations. Why do we do it? Well, we do it because it's part of our job. It's part of any master's teaching, but also I do enjoy it. It's a great opportunity to work one-on-one with a student on some fascinating topics, and to work on a project over a period of time is really interesting for us as staff. And what do I bring to it? Well, originally I come from a nursing and midwifery background, but then I had 9 years working with global health, mainly malaria control in sub-Saharan Africa. Now, as many of you know, I also teach health systems challenges in low and middle income countries, and I used to teach qualitative research on the MPH as well. So there's a number of areas that I can draw from. With a distance learning course, well, with any courses, it's really important that supervisors and students find ways that they're happy with communicating. It's great to be able to Skype and use the phone to talk with students. And this I will try and do with most people during the life of their project, if it's convenient. And usually we will follow that up with an email. But then it's important to get on to writing. And I think probably one of the most important forms of feedback and communication is the sending of text, and then for staff to be able to comment upon this. And that's something I will usually use with track changes. But that really covers the topic, the body of the dissertation. But it's really also important to be able to communicate about the process. And by that I mean the things that are happening around you. And over the life of a dissertation, that can be up to a year, many students have occasions where they will change jobs, they may move houses, they may have babies, they may become ill, they may travel. And it is so important that you talk with your supervisor about these things and about how they're affecting your work, because then a supervisor is the best person to help you plan how you're going to cope with your work around these times. So, my top tips for dissertations. The first thing to realise is that from start to finish, it is your project. Your supervisor will be beside you and support you and encourage you, but at the end of the day, it's your project. Then is start early. Start thinking about your dissertation. If you're a part-time student over the summer, and if you're a full-time student, you need to start thinking about it at the moment, well, probably when you sign up on the course. And certainly try and get your proposal in before Christmas if you can, and if not, as soon afterwards. It really will help you get a start on your project and give yourself time to work on it. Next thing you do is you need to have your own plan. You'll have submitted with your proposal a timetable, but that's got to be really put into concrete, and that's got to allow yourself time on a weekly basis to have time for reading, but importantly thinking as well, and the energy to start being creative. The most common problem that, in my experience, students face is running out of time towards the end of their project. And this results in them having to work tremendously hard in the last 2 or 3 months, in June, July and August. And many of them will succeed in this, but it puts a tremendous pressure on their work and their home lives. So I would really say that it's good to be able to work steadily throughout the time that you have for your dissertation. The next thing is, when you start, is spend time building some foundations for your project. And by that I mean is think about referencing. Don't think about referencing in the last week. Think about it in the first week. Now, this may also involve spending some time learning a referencing software that's going to help you building. Revise things like critical analysis. You can go back to EBP, you've got that available. You may want to go and look at it at CASP or another resource elsewhere. If there are techniques that you want to do, for example, a systematic review or something else, learn those at the beginning. Start thinking about those. So as you start your reading and start your writing, your foundations are in place, and this will help you build more effectively. One of the things that we want you to do is obviously start reading, but is start writing. And you will hear this coming through in the telephone calls or the Skype or the written comments, and the supervisors will be saying, I'd really like to see something. I would be interested to see your first chapter. Because it's only when we see your writing can we really then help you to judge the level that you're writing at and whether you're getting to the right level that we need for a dissertation, and also to help us judge whether you're going to meet your timetable and finish in the right time. So it's never too early to start writing.